Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rochelle Seeger. I'm here at the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky. I'm so glad you all are joining us here today for the third webinar in our series, Kentucky Inspired, Bringing Justice Back to Our Bodies on this Friday. Thank you for joining us. First, a little bit about the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky. The Foundation's mission is to address the unmet health needs of Kentuckians, and we do that by developing and influencing policy, improving access to care, reducing health risks and disparities, and promoting health equity. And the values the Foundation holds are integrity, respect, effectiveness, leadership, collaboration, and policy equity. The Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky is led by a board of directors and also by a community advisory council. And this council provides the Foundation board of directors with advice and recommendations, and also brings the Foundation's work back into their local Kentucky communities. You can learn more about the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky Council and nominate yourself or others in your community to join this work. That's on our website, healthy-ky.org. Also on our website, you can find our upcoming events, and our annual Howard L. Bose Memorial Health Policy Forum will be held in December. We'll have a webinar, and that is focused on children's health. So again, check out our website, healthy-ky.org, events tab. And this training series, the Foundation started in 2011 to support the health advocates, community groups, local health departments, and people just like yourselves who are working across Kentucky to improve health. This series, training series, we fondly call Health for Change, has reached Kentuckians in every Kentucky county. So thank you for joining us here today. You can find the archive of events and upcoming events of Health for Change on our training series there. As I mentioned, the Foundation is guided by collaboration, and this training series is all about collaboration. I've been honored to work with a bunch of fantastic Kentuckians in a wide variety of sectors to bring Kentucky ideas and support services to folks like you who are working to improve health in Kentucky. This training series was titled Kentucky Inspired, and it's bringing folks who are working across Kentucky to share their stories and share their inspiration. As we know, the pandemic has caused havoc and sadness and many challenges for Kentuckians. So we brought a training webinar on grief, and we brought this training series to you so we can take an opportunity to take a few moments for us for self-care. So I'm very honored to have us joining here today, Kentuckian Dr. Cree Dry. Welcome, Dr. Dry.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am pulling up the PowerPoint right now. So I am here and happy to see that we have a good number of people here with us today. You all, I'm just working on this technology. So 1 second while I make sure I turn into presentation mode. So there we have it. Hello, everyone. And thank you for being here today. Happy Friday. I'm happy that we're here for our third session, and you all want to know what I'm especially happy about. I'm so happy that you can see me, and now I can share the movements and some of the tools that I'm offering you. You can actually see them in action, and you can practice them with me. So welcome back and welcome to this video. So bringing justice back to our bodies, I'm going to do a quick review with us. But as always, like I've shared the past couple of weeks, I want you in this series to place you as the primary subject, okay? I want you to place you as the primary subject in all the content that you hear, all the content that you see, all the content that you feel. I want to invite you to say, what does this have to do with me? How does this connect to me? What is this? How am I living in regards to this content? So you as the primary subject. And today and every week, we're acknowledging the amazing brain, our amazing brain, the beat, the breath, the body. And you all know what? This moment right now is everything. So let's just move everything else that you have in front of you. You're welcome to move it aside for the next, let's say 25 minutes. Move it all aside from you and just focus on you right here, right now. Okay, here we go. So each week, I'm going to keep inviting you to take this practice throughout your days after we meet. And here are the ways that I want you to connect to this content that I'm sharing with you. If you have moments of stillness, I invite you to say this to yourself in your stillness. I notice. So notice anything that is present for you, and then sense anything. I feel. If there's anything that you feel coming up, allow it to take place. And then eventually we're going to move to the I analyze and then I reconcile. So I'm going to keep reminding you all of this process of I notice. We're just bringing ourselves back to our bodies, right? Most of us function from here to here. We function just with the rational brain. And it's almost like we don't have relationships with our bodies. So we're functioning. We want to get a connection to the whole body. So I notice, I sense, I feel, and then we can analyze and then reconcile some things, right? Beautiful. So I read over some comments that some people had sent, some feedback that was sent, and you want to know one of the best feedback pieces that I received is that some of the things that I shared over the past couple of weeks, because we didn't have video, you weren't able to see them. So now I just want to do a quick practice and review for you. And it's beautiful anyway, because you all know that a lot of times it is a practice. We need to constantly practice some of the tools that we're learning. And I especially like the number 3. Usually I feel like if I practice something 3 times that I have it. So let's start with the grounding breath. And this was introduced to you in the first session. And the way we do that is roll our shoulders back and down, and we find a comfortable position in our chair. So everybody just find a comfortable position in your seat. Lengthen the spine. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale through our nose. And as we exhale, we're going to gently bring the teeth together like this. And then we're going to exhale out like this. Okay, so you're welcome to place your hands anywhere you want, whether that's on your lap, at the edges of your knees, or wherever your arms say, I want to just land. Go ahead and allow that. And we'll go through this for 2 breaths. We'll do 2 grounding breaths together, and then we'll move through the other ones that we've done in the past, okay? And this is a beautiful way for us all to connect together, right? So everybody take a breath in, close your eyes if you're comfortable with that, or just let your gaze fall to your lap. With that breath in, inhale through the nose. Pause, and then exhale with your teeth. Pause. Family, relax your face, and then inhale through the nose. Bring in a little more air. Bring in just a little bit more. Pause here at the top. And then family, exhale, lengthen it out. Now find your natural breathing pattern. If your eyes are closed, continue in that manner and just notice, okay? Notice yourself in this moment. Notice yourself feeling a little more grounded, a little more centered, a little more you. And then when you're ready, just open your eyes, bringing your attention back to the presentation, right? So we're going to review volcano breath. Volcano breath is one of my favorite breaths. I actually learned how to do volcano breath when I started teaching yoga to children in elementary school. It was introduced to me by Jim Melania Gillen with Yoga Calm. And so volcano breath is simply bringing the palms together at your heart, right here, bring the palms together at your heart, kind of like prayer or Anjali Mudra. Palms are together at the heart. And then make sure your shoulders are rolled back and down. On the inhale, I'm going to scooch back so you can see me clearly. On the inhale, we're going to inhale and take the hands up. And on the exhale, we're going to extend the arms out wide like a volcano, right? However, I want you to do something. I like to bring intention to the volcano breath whenever I do it. So on this volcano breath, everybody bring your palms together, right? So palms together at the heart. Right now, close your eyes. And I want you to think of someone that could use a little extra love, a little extra kindness, compassion, whatever you think they need. Just bring that person to the front of your mind right now. Let's have some intention with this. So bringing that person to the front of your mind right now, right? On your next inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, family, imagine that from your fingertips, whatever it is you think that person needs, that's leaving from your fingertips and you're sending it out to them. So that's your exhale. Let's do that one more time, sending them some, whatever it is. Maybe it's some love, some compassion, some patience, whatever it is. Hands to heart and bring that person to the front of your mind. And then inhale, take the arms up. And on your exhale, take it wide, where you, whatever it is you're sending, it's leaving from your fingertips, taking it wide, right? Okay. Palms back to heart. And then this one, I want you to bring yourself something. So palms to heart, bring you to the front of your mind and whatever it is that you need today. Family, on the inhale, take the arms up. And on the exhale, imagine that you're covering yourself with whatever it is you need today. Just cover yourself. It's like you're showering it down on you, shining it on you. And then bring your palms back together at your heart. Beautiful. Okay, you all, let's go through breath hugs. So breath hugs is simply on your inhale, taking the arms wide, extend the arms wide, y'all. And then do a little movement like this so you can notice like your aura, right? This is how far your energy extends out, right? So then bring it to stillness. Take a beautiful breath in. On the exhale, cross the arms and just go ahead and hug on you. Inhale, take the arms wide. On the exhale, alternate the arms, bring the other on top and just hug you. So everybody stay here because I want to introduce you to the left-right tap. But the last time I showed you a different way, but I want to show you a new way to do left-right tap, right? So stay right here in your hug. And then I want you to tap with the left hand and then stop and then tap with the right hand. So it's just like the left-right tap that we did last week, but this time you're doing it while in this, it's called a butterfly hug. You're embracing yourself and being in this butterfly hug. So everybody close your eyes and just pause in your butterfly hug. Stay there and just inhale and exhale. Yeah, this butterfly hug is so soothing. It's a beautiful, soothing gesture that you can do anytime. You can wrap your arms around yourself, right? Keeping the shoulders just relaxed and then alternate one pat to the other side. And it activates the ventral vagal, just one pat to the other side. It helps to calm you down when you need some calming down. You're probably feeling calm now, okay? Go ahead and release. And so the left-right tap that I introduced to you all last week is simply bringing the pointer finger and the thumb of the right hand and the pointer finger and the thumb of the left hand. And then you're just alternating open and close, open, close, and alternate on each side. So anytime you do like cross-body movement where you go from the left to the right, just like we just did, that activates the relaxation response in our brain. So a lot of times when I'm working with students, I'll have them put their hands just under the desk and no one even knows that they may be nervous. And I'll just say, go left and right, left and right. Okay, you all, isn't that great? We have all kinds of tools that are available to us. Okay, I'm going to keep moving and paying attention to the time. Let's see here. Oh, so each week I've shown you all this slide because I want to remind you of the 3 types of stressors. By the time we get to the end of this series, you'll know the 3 types of stressors for sure. I usually say that to my children whenever they're getting upset or something's going on. I say, okay, tell me the 3 types of stressors and see if you can identify what type of stressor this is for you. So we have the acute stressor when it's boom, something's in your face right now, something's happening right now. COVID came to us initially as a stressor, right? An acute stressor. And then because it's been so long, the chronic stressor is where it's ongoing, right? So you see the dripping water, that's something that's ongoing. And just like poverty is a chronic stressor, right? Racism is a chronic stressor. And then the third type of stressor is psychological stressor. So it is how you think about something, the way you perceive a situation. So for example, I suggested to you all, as you think about COVID and you think about this pandemic right now, our psychological thoughts can easily impact how we move through this. So this stressor is out here. We have COVID out here. That's a stressor. We can choose to see it as a threat or as a challenge. And that is where the psychological stress comes in. The way we see it and the way we experience this situation will impact our whole body, our beat, our breath, our brain, everything, okay? So let's keep moving and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So emotions, stress, and trauma get locked or blocked in the body and impact the heart. We talked about this. This is a review slide. I'm just bringing it back to you all. And our emotions and thoughts. So our emotions and our thoughts, you know how I refer to our emotions as energy and motion? Our emotions and thoughts show up in the breath. It can easily show up in the breath. So for example, if you are experiencing fear or you have fearful thoughts, you have a fearful mind, there's a very short and controlled breath there, right? So think of the last time that you experienced something that maybe had you nervous or anxious, and then see if you can recall where your breath was and how it was, even related to the heartbeat, right? The heart starts to beat fast and it moves at a rapid pace, and then the body begins to tighten up. So I want us to just close our eyes and see right now. We're going to take a moment to just do kind of a body scan. So family, I want to invite you to roll your shoulders back and down, and then just find a comfortable position in your chair. So sometimes it takes us to sit still and be in stillness to become aware of what's going in our body. So recall those words: I notice, I sense, I feel. Right now, that's what I'm inviting you to do, family. Just roll your shoulders back and down, close your eyes or let your gaze fall to the lap, and just find stillness. Allow yourself to notice your breath. Allow yourself a moment to just really begin to pay attention to any areas of your body that might be speaking to you. I call them little love notes. So anytime I feel a pain or an ache or maybe some tension somewhere, I said, there's a love note coming from my body right now, and I want to make sure I listen. And right now, it's really important that we listen, you all, because we know that trauma completely changes the reward systems in our brain, right? We know that our systems were not created for long-term chronic stress, right? We know the system is able to deal with acute stress, but that long-term chronic stress can really do damage. Keep breathing and just noticing you. And we know that when it's too long, good stress can turn into depression, anxiety, or trauma. That acute stress can easily turn into those things. So right now, I'm just wanting you to just stay here for a few more breaths where you're able to drop into your sensory perceptions. Allowing yourself to decelerate to the pace of your breath right now, to the pace of your body, even the rhythm of Mother Earth. That's what we're doing. Take these deep breaths into your body and see if you can connect with yourself from head to toe and just notice. Family, will stay here for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then open your eyes, bringing your attention back to the presentation, back to the group, right? I'm going to keep moving. So anxiety, some of you may have felt some anxiety over the past few months. Worry, fear, confusion, panic, yes. Those are all just emotions, you all. Each one of those is an emotion. And emotions, I love emotions because they come with intelligence and they come to inform us. But stress is not an emotion. Stress is not an emotion. Anxiety is an emotion. Worry is an emotion. Confusion is an emotion. Actually, the truth about stress is this. Stress is a relationship between your living organism and the forces of the world. It's your responses to these forces, not the forces themselves, that determine your outcome. You all hear that? So it's simply your response to these forces. It's your response to the forces when something comes up. So for example, like I said to you about COVID right now, we have this option to look at it as a threat or as a challenge. Let's keep moving. I want to talk a little bit more about a few more things, right? Oh, I got this from one of my favorite yoga teachers. Her name is Haunani, and she said this. She said, where there is movement, there is no pain. And where there is pain, there is no movement. And we can move emotions. So this is me putting all this together, you all. Where there is movement, meaning in your body. So when we take a second and notice what's going on in our bodies, where there's movement in our body, there's no pain. And where there is pain, there's no movement. So if you think about how you've been practicing and showing up during this time of the pandemic, or just over the past few months during this challenge, are you moving in your body? And are you even allowing those emotions to move? You know that a lot of us come from households or families where emotions weren't necessarily welcome, that you could display your emotions or even express your emotions openly and freely. But we can move energy, we can move our emotions. And usually when we let things come in and through us, it's healthier and it's more liberating and freeing. And There's no pain a lot of times. When I say pain, I mean a physical pain. There's no pain in the body. It is challenging. It is challenging to move emotions and to deal with emotions. However, if you want to get away from the long-term pain where you're holding it, we want to just move some things through, right? Oh, this is getting good, y'all. Let's keep it going. So one of the comments or requests that I got in regards to this series, someone said they'd like to keep their hearts in a good place through this time. So they didn't want their hearts to harden. So I really want to focus on the energy of the heart right now, you all. The energy of the heart center is an electromagnetic vibrational field of the heart, right? This is amazing, y'all. I get excited when I start thinking about neuroscience in the brain and the heart. So let's think about this amazing heart that we have. It has over 40,000 neurons. Of all the cells, 67% are neural cells. So what does that mean? That means like our hearts are like these little radio waves that are constantly communicating. So energetically, if we focus on our heart space, we can just change our environment. It's pretty much this reflection of the energy that you bring into a room. Our heart is our true vessel. And a lot of times I learned this from another yoga teacher. Her name's Anita, and she talked about keeping your heart juicy. Like you want to keep it supple and soft, like a good mango or fruit, instead of letting it harden, right, you all? So let's keep talking about the heart. The heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 times more powerful than the brain, right? So let's think about it. It's the heart that makes all these decisions and influences things. Again, I say the heart is the true vessel. It's healing for the mind as well as the body. Our hearts are the most important energy center for healing. It's the pinnacle for transformation. So coming in, so everybody, let's just do this with me real quick right now. Just place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on top. And as you do that, just close your eyes. I know for me, anytime I place my hands to my heart or even just thinking about it, there's a softening that occurs. There's an opportunity for you to get in touch with those tender emotions like compassion and kindness, forgiveness, all of those tender emotions that tend to get drowned out by the louder, more aggressive ones that we talked about, like worry, right? And panic and anxiety. So everybody just stay here for one more breath, one more beat. Paying attention to the time, I'm going to keep going because I have some more tools to offer you all today, okay? So here, let's practice this. Let's just have a moment of reflection, you all. And these moments of reflections are so good, and they facilitate a relaxation of the stress response in your brain and an activation of the relaxation response. So most great teachers, counselors, leaders transmit most of their work through their heart vibrations, y'all. Y'all know that? It's this co-regulation. And even as a parent or even as a family member, we get to take responsibility for the energy that we bring in the room. And it is our hearts that are usually communicating and talking to others. So just for a second, and even if you want to write it in the chat, if it's available to you to write it in the chat right now, take a moment to recall a teacher or a therapist or someone in your life that you connected with, and what were their attributes. So perhaps you could just say one word in the chat. Just say one word of their attributes. What were the attributes? I'm trying to say it. What were their attributes? I'll pause so you all can think about that and feel about that, okay? Compassion, yes, yes, thank you, yes, exactly. That connection, nurturing, the gentleness, yes, the gentleness and just being present with you. The accepting, yes. I love that you wrote accepting. You know, it's funny that you write accepting. Accepting and acknowledging, I always talk about that with my own children. So sometimes my daughter will even walk in the room, and when she doesn't feel a connection, she'll say, hey, somebody acknowledge me. So just being acknowledged, yes, the love and compassion, the calmness. So I just wanted real quick, you all, this is one of my favorite topics. So I'm getting excited. You should see my feet right now. I'm getting excited because I always want to remind adults of this. Why it's so critical that we take responsibility for the energy that we bring in the room and our own systems, our regulatory systems, because the children, any little person around you, their little nervous systems are always scanning the room, looking for a healthy nervous system, adult nervous system to co-regulate with, right? So to me, if I don't do it for myself, I want to do it for the little people that I come in contact with. So any of you who have little people around you, hopefully you'll say, I will do this. I'll take moments for myself. I'll check my heart. I'll make sure that I don't let my heart get hardened, because I want the little people around me to be able to co-regulate with a healthy nervous system. Y'all, that's so good. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, Keisha, you say grandmotherly. And those qualities of mother, like anytime you think about those qualities of mother, you all just think about Mother Earth and the qualities and characteristics of Mother Earth. So grounding, right? So supporting and nurturing. All those things that everyone said. Yes, Keisha, grandmotherly for sure. Awesome. Thank you all for sharing that. I'm paying attention to the time and we have 5 more minutes. So I just want to give you all a few more things here. All right, so energy awareness exercises. So I will go through these and we'll finish with this, but I'd love for you all to practice these with me. One of my favorites is hand to heart, hand to earth. So I'm not sitting on the ground right now, but if any of you know me, you know that I'm usually in cross-legged seated, sitting on the earth. So I'm going to imagine that I'm sitting on the ground, sitting on the earth, right? So right now, hand to heart, I want to invite you all to place one hand on your heart and then place the other hand on the ground. So I'm imagining that I'm on the ground. If you're not able to sit on the ground, put your hand on something that does connect you to the ground. And then roll your shoulders back and down and close your eyes. And just begin to breathe. Inhale and exhale. I'm loving that Keisha brought up this grandmotherly experience, because I want us just to let the left hand connect to Mother Earth. And if you want to do some grounding breaths right now, you're welcome to. Remember where we inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth like this. So everybody with your eyes closed or gaze on your lap, let's just connect. And as we do, let's imagine that our bodies are sending roots deep down into Mother Earth. Just going deeper and deeper, allowing this connection, this reconnection. And even releasing anything from our hearts right now that needs to leave us. Mother Earth will clear all of that away. So go ahead right now, go ahead and surrender any tension that's in your body. With right hand on the heart and left hand on the earth, or something that's connected to the earth, go ahead and surrender any tension that's in your body through those spaces. And allow your breath to just breathe, to breathe over it, to breathe above it, to breathe beneath it, to breathe around it so that it just moves itself away. One more thing I want you to do in this practice. Let's notice how it feels to just breathe through those spaces. Let's notice how it feels to have one hand on Mother Earth and one hand to the heart. And then when you're ready, go ahead and gently open your eyes, bringing your attention back to the group. Okay. Sometimes you all, I get long-winded in those because I don't want to come out of myself. I want to stay with it. I want to stay with Mother Earth. So here, what I would like to do is I'm going to finish up with hand to heart, because now I see we have 2 minutes left, and we'll do expansion contraction next week. I promise I'll include expansion contraction and some more tools that I have, more slides for me to share with you all. But right now, everybody, you already have the right hand on the heart. Just keep it there, and then place your left hand on your cheek, right? So everybody, right hand on the heart, left hand on the cheek. So placing your left hand on your cheek and right hand on the heart. Right now we're connecting with our ventral vagal. Yes. And so this is another way to calm us down. Y'all ever seen little kids where they're sitting like this? So right hand on the heart, left hand on the cheek. That's another tool. That's another practice that you can do to help calm you down when you feel yourself getting worked up. So everybody close your eyes and let's just breathe in this. You can even lean into that left hand. Inhale and exhale. Oh, it feels good if you let a smile come in with that. And then gently bring your attention back to the presentation by opening your eyes. Yes. All right, family. I'm going to pay attention to the time. I have so much good stuff for us to go through. But I want to just say this, and I usually like to end with this type of thing. Bring your palms together at your heart. And you can read that. We all came here as love. Some of us are just having a temporary deviation from love's perfection. Next week, you all know that we will continue not just the day after Thanksgiving, but even through Christmas. I think Friday may be that day, but if you go all look at the schedule, we're going to continue because we recognize that there will be a lot of people alone in their homes, and hopefully you can encourage others to join us on the next Fridays until the end of 2020. I would love to see and receive any comments or feedback from you all. You can send it through the email that you received here, or, oh, my words got jumbled, but anybody's always welcome to extend out any comments or thoughts to me at my WKU email. I'm also on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on where else? On all these places, all these domains, you all. So thank you so much. Yes, Masami, warm and peaceful. Thank you to you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Go outside, enjoy the fresh air, and take care, y'all. Yes, every Friday in 2020. Take care. You're welcome. You're welcome.